What's up, y'all? Today on MeatCranium Barbecue and Review, I'm making this. Well, actually, I already made it. I'm doing this at the end after I already made. This is grilled pineapple chutney. Now, when you think of condiments, you think of, tartar sauce, ketchup, mayonnaise, and all the other stuff that goes on here. Well, this right here is considered a condiment, but it originated in India. What's inside here is a ton of deliciousness. It's sweet, it's spicy, and it is gonna go perfect with my next dish. But instead of actually making this during that dish, I decided to separate the two videos and give y'all a separate video of pineapple chutney. It sounds like it's really complicated, but actually it's really easy. It's super windy out here today, so I didn't want to get the grill out, and tomorrow I'm gonna do the dish that this is gonna go with. So it's gonna be really good. Take a look at this Indian condiment called chutney. Now with chutney, just so you know, it doesn't have to be made just pineapple. You can use any kind of fruit. You can use tomatoes, rutabaga, apples. I can make a different chutney every single day the rest of this year and still not get go through all the different combinations that you can have for chutney. This is my version, grilled pineapple chutney. Let's get started. What you're gonna need is one pineapple. You're gonna need only about, probably use about half this red onion. You're gonna need some curry powder. You're gonna need some crushed red pepper flakes, ground ginger, honey, white wine vinegar, and we're also going to put some brown sugar in there. So let's get started cutting up this pineapple. So this is how I cut up a pineapple. First off, you can tell a pineapple is ripe by one of two ways. Either first smell it, you can either smell it, be able to smell the pineapple, and also take the top and pull one of these out. If it pulls out easy, then it's ripe. So this pineapple is probably still use about another day or so of ripening, but I'm still gonna roll with it. It's still gonna be good because I'm gonna be adding a bunch of really cool ingredients to this. It's all gonna work out pretty good. Let's get started. All right. I do pineapples a little bit different than everybody else. This is the same as everybody. Actually, that might be pretty ripe. So that looks pretty good right there. So now what I do with pineapple is I cut it in about 1 inch thick. Slice it like this. A lot of people will go ahead and just cut the rind off like this. I don't like doing that because I think you waste a lot of really good potential pineapple that could be used. Set that off to the side. Take yourself a little paring knife like this. I'll go around the rind. I just turn. I basically keep the knife still, and I just turn the pineapple around. So I'll have the nice ring off. I'm left with that. I'm gonna keep this like this, and I'll take the core out after I get done grilling the pineapple. All right, let's get the grill started and get this pineapple on the grill to make this chutney. I'm using my Camp Chef FTG 600 today to grill this pineapple. I'm only going to use only half the side because I only got a little bit of pineapple here. All right, so I'm gonna let this pineapple get like a nice little char on it. I'm gonna remove it off of the grill. And I'm gonna let it rest. While it rests and cool, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything else chopped up and get everything else prepared. This is gonna be amazing. Been on here for about 3-4 minutes. So you want to get those lines on there like you would a steak. So good. All right, let's see how this pineapple's doing. All right, so this one here, getting a beautiful char on it. Oh, that's even better. That's what you want right there. That's it, perfect. I'm gonna give these probably 2 or 3 more minutes on each side. It's gonna be probably about a total of probably 10 minutes each side, flipping it over once or twice. Next thing, I'm gonna be sending it over onto that cutting board, and I got a whole new fresh chopping board to do everything else, to chop the onion and everything else, so that's gonna be next. 2.5 cups of pineapple, about half a cup of onion. We got some honey here. Do about half a cup of honey. Do this to your liking. If you like a lot, put a lot. If you don't like a lot, don't put a lot. I'm gonna do about 1/8 teaspoon. We're gonna start off on a high heat. White wine vinegar. Gonna do half a cup right there. Half a cup of brown sugar. Ground ginger, I would say half a teaspoon. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in. Already got measured out. Curry powder, 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. Gonna stir this all together on a high heat until it all comes to a boil. And we're gonna lower it down to low. You can chop up some of the fine bits like this, but I'm gonna keep it chunky. When it begins to boil, like this, go ahead and turn your down to low. Got it down to low, just gonna let it simmer here. Keep it constantly stirring until this reduces. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just breaking up the pieces little bit by little bit, or you can go in with like an immersion blender and blend all this stuff up and make it like really fine. But I want it thick like this. I want it kind of chunky because aesthetic wise, it's gonna go perfect with the dish I'm putting it on. So it's gonna take total about 25 to 30 minutes of just constantly stirring this and get it to the right consistency where it reduces down. It's kind of thick. Then after about that time, after it reduces down to where you like it, you can have it thin, you can have it thicker, just whatever you like to have it. All right, so something that I noticed with this New Wave hot plate that I got the cast iron skillet on is that low is a little bit too low. Medium low is where you want to have it. So on your stove top, it'd probably be a medium low as well. It's almost done, it's thickening up. I'm gonna get ready to give it about 5 more minutes. That's what it looks like. Give this about 5 more minutes, and it's starting to tighten up pretty good. I'm just gonna let it cool, and I'm gonna put it in a jar. Chutney will stay good for probably 3 to 4 weeks inside of your refrigerator. Just put it into like a mason jar and seal it off and get the air out of it and seal it. It'll be good for 3 to 4 weeks. Stuff is awesome, and it's really cool to say chutney. Say, hey, I made a chutney. Okay, so it's right about a half hour. Let's look. This consistency that I wanted at, it's not too thick and it's not too thin. It's kind of right in between. The liquids rush in, not too fast. Just kind of thick, and that gives enough body to it. Really go cover the meat really nice. All right, it's the first time I'm trying it. Cheers. Perfect. It's got sweet, it's got heat, and it's got everything in between. This is gonna be perfect. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cover this thing up. I'm gonna let it sit, cool down, cover it. Just gonna let it cool down, and that's it. Pretty simple, huh? Pineapple chutney. Then I'm gonna put this into a mason jar, and that'll be it. Anyhow, like, subscribe. Check out my Amazon store. I'm gonna be, I've got a bunch of really cool stuff in there. Go check that out, and I do get a little commission every time that you purchase something off my Amazon store, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. Anyhow, share and hit the notification bell. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'll probably release that on the next couple of days. All right, so anyhow, ciao.